Hello to all you vacation rental pioneers out there. My name's Matt Landau, and this is Unlocked, the podcast series that introduces you to the world's leading vacation rental innovators by diving deep into one single key, one specific best practice or technique that opened the door and changed the game.
Lee Zeller of Accommodations in Telluride is one of my BFFs in the industry. She's not only constantly pushing the envelope in her own business, but she's really genuine and generous in sharing her wisdom with others. What I like most about Lee's grocery bag initiative is that it's a win-win-win, both benefiting the traveler in providing them with some purpose, the food bank with much-needed supplies, and the vacation rental business by underlining its role in its community. I won't hold up the conversation any longer, so here's me and Lee.
My name's Matt Landau, and this is Unlocked. Hi.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm doing well.
Where are we?
We are in a room at the Kierland Westin Resort in Scottsdale, Arizona.
And this has been a beautiful, beautiful conference. This room is kind of scary.
It is a little sparse, huh?
But it's quiet.
Yes.
That's most important. What is your name and what is your business all about, madame?
I am Lee Zeller from Accommodations in Telluride, and I have been in Telluride for 40 years. 40 years is a long time in a ski town, especially with the winters that we have. It's tough sometimes, and so I've decided to get out every January and make sure that I have some sunshine in January, and then I can sail through. But I'd been running other people's businesses pretty successfully for years in Telluride, and I decided to do something for myself and my family, and bingo, bought a vacation rental management company. And
when was that?
In 2004. So we did it. We made it through the recession, and we came out on the other side, and we're doing well. I have a passion for it. I love hospitality. I love bringing Telluride, or bringing the world to Telluride, because it is such a special place. And even though it seems like it's a very affluent community, there are still people who have saved their money for months and months and months to come to Telluride. So we want to make it special for everybody, whether they come in on their private jet or they drive in their Suburban. We want it to be special.
One of the differences I've noticed about successful vacation rental professionals and those who really struggle is really embracing this idea of hospitality, that this is a hospitality business. You are in this to make people's vacations memorable. And it's the folks who view it solely as a transaction or solely as an investment that they don't get through those harder times. You have not just a small handful of properties. How many are you representing now?
We have about 65. And it's even more about just when they get there, the anticipation, the planning that they're going through before they get there, what to pack, especially in an environment like Telluride. It could be snowing in July, sometimes it does. Not in town. But anyway, I mean, we have to prepare them along their way in the anticipation of coming to Telluride, whichever season they've chosen, what to bring if you're going to be coming for a summer festival, what to bring if you're going to be snowboarding.
And there's a lot of competition, I'm guessing.
We have a lot of competition, but on the other hand, we all know that sooner or later we're going to need each other, because you never know when you walk into a unit and a pipe is burst from above and you're scrambling, that the whole town is filled, but somebody has canceled and somebody has a unit that we can all share, and we help each other out. In a mountain environment, you almost have to.
Because you're so sort of isolated.
So very remote.
Yeah.
Yeah, our internet comes in and out, just like the mail sometimes comes in, sometimes goes out. So we're very remote, and I think that's a lot of our charm, is that some people have to come there and unplug because the internet went down.
And with lots of competition also comes some really hard challenges, like how do you stand out? And what have you found in the past, how long has it been now? 13 years, 12 years? What have been some of the biggest ways, marketing or branding wise, that you have sort of carved out an identity for yourself?
I think that we stand out probably the best when we show our very Telluride localness. And everybody in our office is a Telluride local. They didn't just land there. Most of them have been there for a long time, except our new girl, Kelsey, who is adorable. But we have been there for a long time, and I think people like to relate to a local. We tell them every once in a while, we might even tell them where our favorite stash of powder is to go get. Or we'll tell them our favorite beautiful wildflower hike. And I think that they like that we are very open, accessible, and relatable. We want them to feel like they're having a local experience while they're there. And
are the other vacation rental companies not necessarily locals?
They are locals, but I think a lot of them are churning. A lot of them churn the customers and churn them. And I think nurturing is way more valuable than just another cog.
Amen to that. One of the big factors of customer loyalty and repeat guests and this nurturing of the relationship over not just the booking process, but years in terms of repeat guests has to do with your brand, something that is stamped down and people can reference it when they are referring you to friends or deciding to rebook. In terms of actual branding within the vacation rentals themselves and things that the guests come in contact with, what have you found to be some worthwhile investments?
Well, we do put in a reusable grocery bag because our town has banned plastic bags. So we find that that's very useful, and they take those home and they reuse them over and over again, and we fill in a bunch of goodies. But inside of that bag, we've also put a paper grocery bag that we want them to put their non-perishable items in for the local food bank. And we weren't very successful, but I think I've got a couple of ideas of how to change that. And one of the ways that I'm going to do that is I'm going to take that bag out of the reusable bag and stick it right underneath where the pantry is, where they would put their chips and their, non-perishable food, put it right underneath that cabinet so that they will see it. It does have our logo on it, and it does say, please put your non-perishable items in this bag so that we can take it to the Telluride Food Bank. Believe it or not, even in this affluent town, we do have people who would appreciate it.
I'd like to take a quick moment to share a little vignette that I keep coming back to. And it's the vacation rental movement like a parade that's coming through town. As independent owners and managers, we can either jump in and join the action, or we can watch it pass by. And as you can hear from this conversation, joining in on the parade means innovating, adopting new technology, and doing things that haven't been done before. This podcast would not be possible without the support of Point Central, a company that epitomizes innovation. Their property automation services like smart locks and smart thermostats allow us to focus on the highest value jobs, in the process delivering a more seamless experience to the people that we work with. Head over to pointcentral.com/VRMB to learn more. That's pointcentral.com/VRMB. Thanks to the Point Central team for their leading role in our proud vacation rental parade. Now let's get back to the show.
So I think that that's one way that we're going to do it. And I also believe that we're going to put a lot more of our brand inside the condos and inside the homes, such as pot holders, or perhaps branding some of our towels with our name on it so that it's right in front of their face, because vacation rental companies all sound the same. The names all sound the same. Lodging in Telluride, accommodations in Telluride.
Your website domain.
Yes.
Vacation Telluride.
So it all sounds the same. And people call and say, oh, you all sound the same. Am I talking to someone in Telluride? And it's like, yes, I'm sitting right here. I'm looking at Milk Run, Ski Run right now as we're speaking. And they appreciate that. But to make your name stand out, you've got to do something so that they will be remembering you the next time they start thinking about going back to Telluride.
And I want to dig a little deeper into the bag concept because it's really interesting to me. So if I'm understanding it correctly, there's a nice reusable grocery bag that has been branded with your logo and your name.
Yes.
How much does that cost you approximately per bag?
$1.39 maybe.
$1.39 for a nice branded reusable. And where do you get that from?
We get that through 4imprint.
4imprint is the company?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
We buy a lot of them at one time.
And I'm guessing the more you buy, the cheaper they are.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So you've got that bag. Within that bag, upon arrival, and there's some sort of gift basket nearby?
The gifts are inside of that bag.
Got it. And what kind of gifts are they?
Oh, they're seasonal. Like for summer, we have sunglasses with our logo on the side. We have koozies, beer koozies for our Blues and Brews Festival. We also do a lanyard because people think that wearing a lanyard is very, very cool. So for our festivals, we do a lanyard with the schedule on it, and the ribbon around your neck says, accommodations in Telluride. I got this cool lanyard because I booked with them. So we give the whole schedule for the festival inside that lanyard, makes them look really important.
Yeah, VIPs.
VIPs. So we do a lot of things like that for Christmas or holiday. We will
Food as well?
Yes, we do definitely put in snacks, coffee. A local coffee brewer or coffee roaster sells us coffee. So they get a pot of coffee by the time they get there. We put teas and, just general things that you would want.
And within this whole arrangement, you also have a paper grocery bag that is folded up that has your logo on it and has a message.
Yes.
The message
is, please put your non-perishable food items, as you're leaving in this bag, and we will take it to the local Telluride Community Food Bank.
And how much do those cost you?
Not very much. But then again, we bought a bunch of them, like less than 50 cents each.
So the idea being that upon leaving the vacation rental, most guests have food, whether it's oils or fruits or whatever, that they're not going to be taking home. And instead of just leaving it and having it thrown out or perhaps giving it to housekeepers or something, you are bringing it directly to a food bank who needs specifically that.
Correct. And we did check with the housekeeping companies and we asked them, would this be offensive to your housekeepers? And everybody across the board said, oh, the housekeepers get plenty of food from the homes when they clean. They wouldn't mind a bit if some of it went to the food bank.
And what happens when you take it to the food bank? Do you get reactions?
They love it. When we actually bring the bags in, they're just like, why isn't every company in Telluride doing this? This is awesome, because they don't get enough food going into the food bank, believe it or not.
And this is really something any company anywhere could do, really.
Anywhere.
And based on your year's worth of doing this, you now have some plans to place the paper bag in a different place to get more results. What is that one?
Yes. So in other words, instead of it being in the bag, because people are going to take it out of the bag and go, whatever, they gave me another grocery bag. Instead of doing that, we're going to place it underneath whatever cabinet that is completely empty for them to put their food in. So then it's right there in their face. Oh, that's what it's for. So hopefully more recognition and they will use it more often. That's my goal for this winter, is to get more food to the food bank.
And do you do in-person check-ins, or is it all?
We do in-person check-ins.
And does the welcome host mention the bag?
No. Good thing. Maybe we'll send them a preemptive email saying, and by the way, when you arrive, your welcome gift will contain this.
Yeah. Or just
Please
the host
use it.
saying something like, you wouldn't believe the smiles on the faces of the food bank folks when we deliver these things. Yeah, personalizing it.
Very appreciative if you could help us out with this.
Yeah, I like that. I kind of want to
Partner
just
with
give
them.
you this food right here. So I want to try to summarize this concept for my own purpose and for the purpose of our listeners. You started off with this beautiful welcome bag that is filled with all kinds of cool local gifts and such as a branding initiative. But you also realized that there could be some sort of more meaningful element of that bag or basket. And so you had some grocery bags printed up with your logo and a brief message about the local food bank. And the idea being that the more guests that participate in this little initiative of leaving their food in the bag after they have departed, the more you can further the mission of the food bank, which is integral to the community as a whole.
Exactly.
Accurate?
Very accurate.
Anything I missed?
I don't think you missed a thing.
Well, that's great. I mean, to me, it's the kind of thing that anyone, one property or 1,000 properties, Telluride or Turan, vacation rentals in Turan,
Let's go there.
could do. And one bag of groceries makes a difference.
It will make a difference to somebody.
I love it.
Yep.
Can we call this the Lee?
Baggett.
the Lee Baggett?
Lee Baggett.
Sounds beautiful. Thank you.
You bet. Thank you so much.
And to close, just a quick reminder of who made this episode possible. It's Point Central, the property automation experts of our industry. Head over to pointcentral.com/VRMB to learn more. And when you use that page, you'll become eligible for free HVAC analytics, which tells managers when the HVAC starts to misbehave before our guests get upset. This also makes property owners happy by taking care of the problem before it becomes too expensive. And if you're feeling cheerful, please also consider writing us a quick review in your podcast app. We read every single one of them, and we pass them along to our esteemed guests. This industry is growing up quickly, my friends. This industry is unlocked.